Hey AP scholars, looking at twoTwo now. This is from Array2, of course, and basically it wants to check to see if every two appears next to another two. So we're looking for two or more twos in a row. The only thing that can go wrong is if we have just a lone two that has no twos on either side of it. That is the only time we return false. So if we have more than one two in a row for every two, then we're good to return true. So here's my solution. I used a nested loop, a while loop inside of a for loop, and I don't know if that's actually necessary, but it's a reasonable technique. So take a look at it. We are basically going to be searching from the beginning to the end of this array looking for twos, and every loop through I'm going to reset my two count to 0. So as I sort of look at each different element, I'm going to be looking for a 2, and if I find a 2, I'm going to kind of blast through all the 2's with the inner while loop, and that's going to allow me to sort of count how many 2's I find in a row. And if I find I only found 1 2, well, I'm going to return false, because then that 2 is alone. And if I get through the end of the loop and I never found just one lone 2, I can return true. How does this while loop work? So basically, I have a while loop. I'll just remove this for a second. I just say while I have a 2, I'll count the 2 and I'll move forward, and then I keep on doing it as long as I find 2's. So I find a 2 here. Great, that means I've initiated my while loop. That's true. So then it will count to 2 and then go forward. Oh, cool, we found a 2. So we're going to while loop, move forward, right? We'll count 2, become 2, and then it moves forward. So that while loop sort of drives us through our groups of 2. And at the end of that while loop, after it's gone through it all, that's when I check to see, did I find only 1 2? If I do find a single lonely 2, then that while loop will only run once. So count 2 will only be 1. So that returns false. I do have to be careful though, because that while loop might blast me beyond the bounds of my array. So that's what this is for. I just make sure as I'm while looping that I don't go beyond my bounds of my array. So that's what that does there. So that works pretty well, and I don't really have too many comments on it other than this kind of internal while loop that drives you through sequences of similarities is a pretty common technique and a useful one for you to try out as well. But I could see if that was kind of confusing, so let me know if you have more questions. Okay, thank you so much, AP Scholars.